Hi everybody, it's Brian in the UK from You Can Do It Home Brewing. We're on the street that out of the box, setting up the Rapt pill, charging for 24 hours, then Wi-Fi to the pill, then registering it, then making a Rapt portal account, Rapt app, calibrating, setting up the profile, blah blah blah. To be honest, I don't know how I managed it. The iPhone Wi-Fi, then mobile app didn't work. So I had to take it up to the PC using home Wi-Fi. Honestly, confusing and frustrating. I needed to work in the brewery, but I've only got an extended home Wi-Fi. At this stage, nearly 4 days into it, I give up the ghost.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
And now over to you, bruv. Fingers crossed, better luck over the pond. Take care. Bye.
Okay, so we're talking about the Rapt pill from Kegland here. My buddy Brian over at You Can Do It Home Brew It sent me this thing, and I don't know if we can get this in the US yet, but man, is it a game changer. Especially you're doing 3 gallon or fewer batches. You don't have to waste beer, wort and beer, trying to calculate specific gravity and alcohol by volume. This thing just floats in your fermenter and it gives you real-time readout. So I was having some trouble finding out how do I get back to my previous brew information. So I figured out you just click on this little magnifying glass and you can set your dates. So I know that from my notes that I started my last brew on the 10th and I bottled it on Wednesday the 28th. So I can just adjust. And there we go. Wait, why is that starting at the 11th? I know for a fact that I did my brew on the 10th. So here we can see, and this is also information that your hydrometer is not going to give you. You can see my average temperature. We could see that when fermentation kicked off, the temperature internally spiked. I have a fermentation chamber now, so I don't think we'll see that spike on my next one. But we can follow along specific gravity the whole time. This is stuff that the old-fashioned hydrometers just do not track for you. Brian taught me that, once this SG doesn't move for 3 days, essentially your fermentation process has stopped. They're just cleaning up, I guess they're still actively feeding, but for all intents and purposes, after 3 days of this not moving, you can go ahead and bottle that up or keg or cold crash. So now that I have a fermentation chamber and armed with this pill, I believe my next batch is going to be my best batch. I'll be able to do the cold crash, and we'll probably put up some videos on that as well. Looking forward to that. The next one I'm going to brew is going to be the Irish Amber Ale, and I hope to have it ready on time for St. Patrick's Day. So hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm going to really quickly just say how I got connected was to the pill was I had to make sure I properly seated the battery and put the control panel seated all the way down into the pill housing so that it will float properly. The angle of the float is how this thing gives you the feedback that it does. And the way I connected to it is, at first it makes its own wireless network you'll see available. So you choose that wireless network. I forget what it's called now, Rapt probably. And then you use the credentials that they give you in the instructions to connect to that. And then at that point, you connect the device to your own home wireless network. You basically give it the login for that. And then it'll show up as a device on here. Like Brian said, there's other videos out there on how to, register your device and get connected and all that stuff. So, yeah, any questions or anything, drop them in the chat below and we'll see what comes up. Take care, everybody.